Hey everyone, and welcome to the Chapel Hill Mall here in Akron, Ohio. This video is going to be a little bit different because we're going to be kind of bouncing back and forth between two different time periods. I shot a bunch of footage of the mall right before the coronavirus pandemic outbreak, and then I went back after the mall reopened and shot a bunch of footage of it during the outbreak to see how things had changed, whether the mall had gone downhill or not. And I tried to get some shots that were very similar so that way we could kind of compare how things were and how they are now. And of course, we're going to go over the mall's history like normal. The Chapel Hill Mall was built by Richard Buchholzer and Forest City Enterprise and would open on October 12, 1967. Chapel Hill Mall was planned to be Akron's first indoor mall, but just as they were about to open, the Summit Mall would swoop in to take the title and become Akron's first indoor mall. Chapel Hill was originally anchored by O'Neill's, Sears, and J.C. Penney. The mall would also open with a 2-screen theater, eventually expanding to 5 screens in 1987. It would be called the General Cinemas. Throughout the years, many anchors would come and go, including May & Company, Kaufmann's, Woolworth's, and Macy's, just to name a few. Time and time again, the mall owners would promise an expansion with updated facades and the addition of new stores, first in the 80s, then again in the 90s, and it wouldn't be until 1994 when the mall would receive a food court and retail expansion that exists today. This expansion would include new flooring, ceiling tiles, and a brand new fountain. 1996 would spell the end for the General Cinemas at the mall, as a brand new Regal Cinema would open their 10-screen theater immediately south of the mall. 2 weeks later, the theater would close for good. In 2017, Sears would announce the closure of the Chapel Hill Mall location, leaving the mall with only one anchor. You know, I've always liked this entrance, and this is the main entrance into the mall. It leads directly into the food court, and it's especially nice if you come visit the mall at night, where all the lights are on and it's lit up, and you can see it right here. Doesn't that look just awesome? So this brings us to 2020, amidst the coronavirus pandemic. And I kind of have a theory and a hunch that all physical retail is going to be a thing of the past soon. Well, maybe not all of it, but most of it, because obviously we're going to still need things like grocery stores and whatnot. But I mean, even soon, those may be a thing of the past with online delivery and stuff like that. Anyways, so, I mean, I've even been going into some really nice upscale areas, and I can point out all of the abandoned retail places that just have closed up. So for those of you that are subscribed to my channel and watch all of my videos, you know exactly where we're at. And for those of you that don't, then you need to hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon because you're missing out on some great content. So this brings us to the J.C. Penney. They recently announced that they will be permanently closing at the Chapel Hill Mall. Due to the coronavirus, this J.C. Penney's closing sale has been constantly pushed out further and further, and their final day of operation has been changed at least 2 or 3 times. But I got to talk to a sales associate here who said it's one of the nicest stores that they've ever worked at, and they told me that their final day of operation would actually be July 24th of 2020. Now who knows if that's accurate or not. They may close before then or they may close after that. Who knows, because everything is kind of up in the air and very uncertain with this coronavirus pandemic stuff. So if you want to experience this store, I would probably go immediately. Well, so if you're watching this video and you really wanted to go and it's too late, just know that tears are running down my face. Back in January of 2020, before the pandemic, this cookie place was still open. But if we fast forward to June of 2020, during the pandemic, the cookie place is no longer with us. There were definitely a lot of stores closed before the pandemic, but now that the pandemic has ravaged retail, I can definitely tell that there has been a mass exodus at this mall, mainly due to the fact that retailers all over the country are struggling just to stay afloat. This is a great before and after shot. You can see these chairs sitting right here, and in the next shot, they are completely gone. Now, I don't know if that really matters to you or not, because do you really ever use any of those chairs like that? I know I do on occasion. Now, I remember the Spencer's was open prior to the pandemic, and now it's completely closed up and gone. I mean, even stores like Victoria's Secret and, of all places, Bath & Body Works are closed. Come on, Bath & Body Works never closes until they're literally forced out of the mall. And I say closed, but not permanently closed, because you could see all of their merchandise was still left in the store. So I don't know if they're just sort of holding off until things kind of get better and they can reopen normally or whatnot. Although I have been to some malls, dying and thriving, that do have Bath & Body Works and Victoria's Secrets that are open. So I don't know, some of these stores that are closed but still have all of their merchandise in and don't appear to be permanently closed, will they ever reopen? Will they liquidate? Or will they just remain permanently shut? Ah yes, the food court. And outside of the fountain, this is my favorite part of the mall, because I love the way that this food court looks. I just wish that I could have seen it when it was full of life. But I love the disco ball that's in the center with the neon purple lights. I love the carousel. I love the fact that it's really well lit, and it's cool to see it both at night and during the daytime. And I've got shots of both. Well, this has been a look at the Chapel Hill Mall in Akron, Ohio, and probably the last time I'll get to visit this mall, because with no anchors, it's definitely destined for the wrecking ball. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this became the new Rolling Acres. A big thank you to everyone over on Patreon that supports this channel, and as always, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon, and I'll catch you on another episode of Urbex.